My partner had gone to work. He was doing deliveries for. By the way, yeah, let's leave that out. He was doing deliveries for a restaurant. He had gone to work, and me and his brother were sat at home. I had sneaked him into the house, in the bathroom, sat there on the floor, tiny little bathroom, tiny, like this is how much space. Yeah, so I'm cooched up in this little corner, and there's him. We've just finished the last bit of crack. Had a little bit. You call it having a boot. To give yourself a boot up the arse, basically, to get kick-started again when you're smoking heroin. So we've had our, when you're smoking crack, you call it lashes. So we've had our lashes, and now we're having a boot. The boot's about to run out, and we're now thinking, well, we've got this little bit of change. We can get a bit more crack, or we need a bit more change if we want to get a little bit more crack and a little bit more gear before my partner comes home, and we don't need to tell him what we've been doing all evening. So I said to him, there's going to be someone coming from that train station who's going to have money on them that we can go and quickly rob. Look how casually I just said that. Just quickly go and rob him, and just come home like nothing happened. Like, my God, forgive me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh about it. It's just, I'm just laughing at myself, like, because I'm now realizing, hey, you dumb idiot, what the fuck? Go quickly rob someone, just come home like nothing happened. But that is actually how it happened. So we're going to look for someone on the streets to rob, but we've ended up at the train station because I think we've missed the train for the passengers coming or whatever, and we've ended up in a cab, and ended up, I don't know where, somewhere, from which so that was the first robbery. The driver, it's all on Google, by the way. The way that they said it in the news report was like, so myself and my brother-in-law, we lulled them into a security of, like, we're safe. You can be comfortable around us, the taxi driver. So that when it came to robbing him, where my brother-in-law's grabbed him because he sat behind the driver, and I'm the one going through the possessions in the car, like, the driver was genuinely shocked, like, wow, these are, they were just speaking to me in my language and just asking about how my day was and stuff. And next thing you know, I'm being robbed by them. Can I really say it was a buzz? It wasn't really a buzz. It was a gain. We gained money for our next fix, and I think when I say it was a buzz, what I mean is it was relief that, okay, now I don't need to worry about where the drugs are going to come from. And yeah, next thing you know, so we've managed to make £1,800 from that one driver. And it wasn't something that we planned to do regularly. It was literally desperate measures. There were 5 robberies, and all 5 robberies were done over a period of like 4 or 5 years. So it was like 1 robbery a year. It wasn't like I went out robbing consistently every day. It was literally, so like I said, the first robbery was just so, there was no need for it. But the money that it brought in took care of like 3-4 days of, oh, we can now smoke loads of crack. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of taxi drivers are Pakistani or Indian. Very rarely Indian, Pakistani. So word got out that there's been, because like I said, stupid criminals do stupid things, and the biggest stupid thing that we did was, if we didn't want to get caught, but like I said, because it was desperate measures, we were always withdrawing. Like by the end of the last few robberies, it was like we were always withdrawing, and it was like to get the cash and quickly get home to call the dealer. And there were a lot of the times it was, so we'd waited all day. No money was coming from nowhere. There was no one willing to lend it to us, or no payday loan or was being approved or whatever. So the stupid thing we did was that I decided, I think it was me that decided, that whichever taxi we're going to get home, wherever we're going to jump out and run, it should be near to home. So word got out that there's robberies of taxi drivers happening in this local area, and it's some really, really tall guy and some really, really short girl, and apparently they're Pakistani. Next thing you know, the police is knocking on my door. So it's five robberies, 7 years for one, 7 years for one, 7 years for one, 7 years for one, and then 9 years for one. But that was what do they call it, concurrently? So yeah, but we did actually decide to try and do a runner. He managed to get out of the country. I can't remember why. Oh, that's it. I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my second. I only have 2 children. I had discovered I was pregnant the day I got arrested for all these crimes. So I basically gave birth and got put on remand. I gave birth at the end of April, I think. I can't even remember. You know, there's certain dates you don't want to remember. You just block it out or you suppress it with drugs. April and September, I got put on remand.